So what I'm going to do now is do a little marble finish, and I'm just going to lay some colour on here like that. Okay, I'm just going to dampen it and soften it at the edges there a little bit. Okay. Another brush, and I'll just soften that out like that. Now what's happening is this paint now is in the process of drying, and I want it to speed up just a little bit. So I'm just going to pull it off a little bit here, like that. And I'm going to use a technique that you can usually is done with oil-based paint, and it's called sissing. So what I'm going to do now is going to dampen this brush, and I'm just going to flick water all over it. And I flick that water over it as it's drying. So what will happen is certain parts of it are beginning to dry, and now I've put water on here, and now certain parts will remain wet and obviously won't dry. So I just let that sit for a couple of seconds, and now I'm going to come back with my cloth, and you can see where the water's landed. You get this lovely sissing effect. Okay, and you just pull that off. Now, because that's still workable, I can, if I want, just soften that a little bit. And now what I'm going to do is put a little bit of veining through the whole thing. And you can see here, because the paint's still mobile, I can soften it just for a little bit of contrast. I can work some white vein through it, and again, soften. And there you have it. With a little bit of imagination, that sissing effect could create a lovely stone wall, for example, or you could use it similarly to that, but a little heavy-handed, and make a really interesting pattern in the clouds. These veins, for example, you could use them with a little bit of imagination to make branches for trees. Softening things up like that can create the illusion of storm or wind or rain. So out of this one faux finishes exercise, and of course having the ability to use the paint in a very versatile way, allows you to create the possibility of thousands and thousands of different effects. Learning to marble was probably one of the best things I ever did.